change? The word alone can be challenging. How do we get started? Where will the change lead? Don't sit there and worry about it. Be the change. Welcome to Be the Change Radio. Host Christina Bloom has been a professional psychic and spiritual advisor for 20 years, offering psychic and mediumship readings for individuals and groups. She also teaches several classes in psychic development and metaphysics. In addition, she is an author who has published 2 books so far and is the co-owner of Moonbow Publications and Productions, LLC. Are you ready for that change now? Here is your host of Be the Change Radio, Christina Bloom.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Be the Change Radio. You're listening on WLTK-DB.com, Paranormal Talk Radio. First and foremost, I would like to introduce to you my new co-host, Nicci Cribbs. Nicci, woo!
Hey everyone!
Welcome, and guess who the first commenter was?
Oh, right. I saw it. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Robin. Welcome.
I love it.
Welcome. I have been wanting to have Nicci on for a while, and I finally worked up the courage to ask her a couple weeks ago. So here she is, and super excited. I just want to let you know real quick what I've got going on here. For the rest of September, I have opened up Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from noon to 6 for psychic reading appointments, hypnosis, past life regressions, soul retrievals, whatever it is that you need. You can just go into my meetup page, or you can email me at psychiccristina67@gmail.com to make your appointment. So I just want to let people know I've opened up those extra times for readings as we are coming into fall, and things just keep getting weirder and weirder and weirder. So I just wanted to put that out there to let people know that I've opened up some more times that I'm available for those appointments. All right, Nicci, hey, you got anything going on you want to share with us?
Hey, yeah. Honestly, not a whole lot. Just hanging out. Just happy to be here. You know, the view is a little different up here.
It is.
It's in chat. So I'm stoked to be here. I've been excited for this for like the past 2 weeks. And this is so much fun. I'm just so glad. Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. I know we had not even discussed what we wanted to talk about. So I'm going to toss that over to the commentators or commenters.
Yeah.
And they can throw some stuff at us. I don't know if it's going to be like questions or if it's going to be topics they want to hear about or what it's going to be. But we're going to toss that over. And I can already hear Robin's mind going, what can I talk about? What
should we say?
What should we say?
I love it.
As we are coming into, the fall season, summer winding down, fall starting to gear up. And I know for a lot of people in the paranormal community, fall is like the favorite time of year.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everything turns to a different shade of color. The fog starts to roll in, things get a little spookier, and you get closer to Halloween. I know, honestly, like every year after my birthday, which my birthday is August 5th, after my birthday, at that point, I'm like, it's Halloween. It may as well be anyway.
Exactly.
Like, I'm ready for it. Bring on fall.
I know. I just moved into a new row house, and I've got this cute little porch thing and like at the front. And I'm just, every time I look at it, I'm like, all right, what can I do to that? How can I make it more Halloween-y?
Oh, absolutely.
So have you done anything with like paranormal investigations or anything recently?
Not recently. I take that back. So not anything that's like actual, like a proper investigation.
Okay.
Around the time of my birthday, my mom was super sweet and she took me on a trip that we were supposed to go on last year, but had to be rescheduled, to the Tokeland Hotel in Washington State. Have you ever been there?
I think I was there once.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
the
an
Tokeland
interesting place.
it really is.
Yes, it is.
It's quite nice. It's under new ownership right now, but the Tokeland Hotel is the oldest operating hotel in the state of Washington. And so it has a lot of history, and it has some spooky haunts too. And we were kind of
Nice.
hoping to get a little bit of evidence towards that. We did have a couple of interesting things happen, which was kind of cool. The first night that we were there, we heard like footsteps above us.
Okay.
But above us is just the attic. Now, I am told that they do have animals that kind of roam the property, and so the cats could have been up there. But me and my mom, like we swear we heard somebody walking around with heels on.
Okay.
I kid you not. I'm like, unless your cats are wearing Jimmy Choos, there is no way that was a cat.
That was quite an image I just got there. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we had that happen. And then we also, knowing the history and the fact that, we are kind of, we enjoy spooky stuff too. We brought a K2 meter with us.
Okay.
And we ended up renting out room 7. And room 7 is supposed to be the most haunted room in that whole place.
Okay.
And the K2 meter, we were like, at first we didn't see anything really happening with it. But the funny thing is we just turned it on and left it alone and started having conversations about random stuff. And then all of a sudden that little red light would go all the way up to green and then flash, 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 and then stop. And then it would start to peak a little bit too. So honestly, that's the first time I've ever had it go all the way to green. So we were kind of excited about that.
Do you remember what you were talking about at the time?
That was something that I was trying to remember a couple of days ago, actually. And Mom, if you remember what we were chatting about, throw it in chat. But it was just kind of idle chatter. I just don't remember what we were talking about. And here and there, it's like we would get that spike.
Well, you have a couple of questions.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So when did you first realize you were interested in the paranormal? Oh my gosh. So I have a long history with this subject. When I was younger, I had a lot of experiences, and mom was there for quite a few, where it's like I would run into, with her and Dad into bed and be like, oh, I'm scared. Things are happening. But I've been having experiences since I was really, really young. And as far as I can remember, even as a young kid, there were nights back before I was 10 years old, when we were living in Moses Lake, like out in the sticks. And we had this old house, and I don't remember how old it was, but it was older. It was an old Rambler. And the way that things were laid out is my bedroom was kind of across the house from Mom and Dad's bedroom. And so there was this one night that I remember in particular that I was having a really bad nightmare, and I woke up from it, and everything was dark, and it was the middle of the night. And, I'm clutching my teddy because I'm like, my BFF's here. Everything's going to be fine, but I got to get to Mom and Dad because I'm scared. And so I got out of bed, and you do the very slow kind of creep through the house kind of a deal. And I remember as I passed through the living room, because it was my room, the hallway, the living room, and then Mom and Dad's room was like way over there by the kitchen. As I was crossing through the living room, I remember seeing shadows of people walking around, and I was freaked. I ran my little butt so fast to Mom and Dad's room, and that was the first that I remember having that kind of an experience. And ever since that happened, it just kind of was a progressive interest. Here and there, more things would kind of pop up. We moved eventually to our house in Kent, and Kent had its own fair share of fun experiences, where if you were staying overnight, and it didn't matter who it was, my mom heard it, I heard it, anybody staying the night heard it at 3 a.m. every morning. I know that's the hour, but at 3 a.m. every morning, that centralized heating system would start going. And when that would happen, you could hear somebody singing in the basement.
Interesting.
every night. There was even one night that we actually, I was awake and I heard it and I was like, all right, that's it. I got to find out what this is. And I got up and I started to walk down the hallway. I got all the way to the top of the stairs because we were living in a split level at this point.
Okay.
So there were stairs from like the main living area down to the front door. And then there was a turn and more stairs down to the basement.
Okay.
And I was going just at the top of the steps and I heard this psst, and I turned around, it freaked me out. And Mom was up and she was like, did you hear it too? And I was like, yeah, I'm going down there. She's like, I'm coming with you. So we both kind of creeped down and we got all the way down to like the second flight of stairs. And the second flight was just a wooden set of stairs. And I stepped on that first step. It let out a loud creak and music was gone.
Wow.
We're like, no, we'll never find out what it is. We went down there. Everything was off. Nothing was on. There were no alarm clocks. There was no other there was no source of this music, this audio, nothing. There weren't neighbors that were playing music loudly. It was 3 a.m. in the morning. That neighborhood was super quiet. You could hear a pin drop.
Wow.
So
Crazy.
stuff like that has just kind of happened over the years. And then, here and there, both me and my mom got into it and we started doing investigations and wanting to go to haunted places and having more experiences. And then we connected with WSPIR and we joined up and started doing some investigations to try to help people out.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Keith wanted to know if you smelled perfume by the attic. I think he's talking about the Tokeland Hotel.
Oh, that I didn't notice.
Okay.
That I didn't notice. I didn't notice any like phantom odors, anything like that.
Okay, cool. Facebook user said play more human than human. Does that make sense to you?
Play more human than human. Oh, that's a song. Okay.
Oh, all okay.
Right. More human than human. I was like, okay. Oh, this sounds familiar. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. Apparently, I've never heard that song.
I don't remember who it's by, but I feel like I know it. It's one of those things that's in the back of my head.
Back of the head. Just hasn't made it forward.
Right, exactly. The stream will end and I'll be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So I'm just curious, and I ask a lot of people who do paranormal investigations like this, and I don't really mean it to be an interview. I just want our listeners to get to know you. So
totally. Shoot.
So when you're doing a paranormal investigation, is there a sense of helping the spirits who might be stuck? Like to go to the light or to cross over, or
I would say yes and no. I feel like when I do investigations or when I'm on investigations, it's a lot of kind of looking for evidence, like searching for that spark or that noise or getting that photograph kind of a deal. And when we've kind of been on investigations where it's been a private residence and we've gone in and we've kind of went in with the sole purpose of trying to help ease a family. Mm-hmm. It's more so about the family. I've never actually been on an investigation where it's been, we're going to help this person cross over, or we're going to help this person or this spirit go into the light. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit of a newbie with it, and that's why I haven't really kind of worked that angle, but it's been pretty much just looking for evidence and trying to help ease people's minds, Is this space actually like going kind of wonky, or are there actual, real reasons why these things could be happening? Debunking, but also not debunking at the same time.
Right. And debunking, as we know, is one of the cardinal rules. Always try to debunk yourself first.
Exactly. You want to rule out more than anything. And then at the end, if it's like, I mean, really, I got nothing, it's not, your electrical, it's not your pipes, it's not this, it's not that. It's like, all right, you may have something here. And it's also kind of knowing too that if the family or the people in question are comforted by feeling like this spirit or this presence is there more than they are afraid and they're just looking for an answer. It's also kind of knowing that if this belief helps too, it's not
Right.
really my place to be like, nah, your place isn't haunted kind of a deal.
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah. I was just this weekend, I was just at a very haunted hotel in Chicago.
tell me all
And
about it.
oh my gosh, we had so many unbelievable experiences. Like, unfortunately, as I was telling our producer prior to you coming in, I was walking around with um, it was an app on my cell phone, and it was an EVP app, and I failed to push the record button, unfortunately.
Oh no.
But I could hear it, and my cousin who was with me could hear it, and we heard growling, like
I've never heard growling before. Was it
neither
loud?
have I. It was loud, it was clear, it was a growl, and we both just kind of stopped and went, "Okay, what's going on here?" And then we slowly moved forward, and then we heard a child going, "Mommy, mommy, mommy." Okay, so after that, did some research and found out that there had actually been two boys who were pushed out the window from the 12th floor by their mother, and then she jumped out after them. And there's a whole
Oh.
story behind it, but this was one of the boys. And one of the weird things is that the body of one of the boys was never found. This was during World War II. This is not
That's
something
strange.
recent. Yeah. According to the article I read, the body of one of the boys was never found. So I'm telling this story and I'm covered in goosebumps right now just talking about it. But
Yeah.
that was just one of the many experiences that we had. And we did go in and do a spirit rescue because that little boy was like, you could just feel like he was trapped and looking for help. And so
Oh.
we were able to bring in some pretty heavy hitters as far as spirits go. Wait,
Oh.
yeah, and they helped release him. So hopefully he's at peace now. But yeah, it was a pretty intense thing, and yeah, it was crazy. It was
Wow, I can't
crazy.
imagine. Yeah, that's never something that I've been involved in, but I have heard a little girl's voice before, and that actually
Okay,
was at the Tokeland Hotel. So I
okay,
know exactly what you're talking about with chills because I was
yeah.
all by myself
Yeah,
and
when it's kids, man, it's
ooh.
oh, little kids and chills. Keith was asking, was the growling from the mother after a mental break? No, I don't believe it was. It was more of an animal growl. It was
Oh,
like a deep, resonating animal kind of growl, which is weird for a large hotel. But it was, yeah, I'm sure it wasn't the mother. Yeah, because it was, and it did it more than once. I mean, it wasn't just like one time it did it. Every time we took a few steps further, it would growl again. Every time we got closer to where the boy's spirit was. And if you go back and you read articles about this, there is there are some rooms in that hotel that are sealed off because of paranormal activity. Like they don't let people in them, and that was one of the rooms.
like it's
Yeah.
just been too crazy to let anybody stay there.
Hmm.
Oh my
Yeah, in some of
gosh.
the rooms, and then other rooms are fine,
Yeah.
So, but whenever I go into a hotel, I mean, like I clear the energy out of the room. I set my space with love and light and
Yep.
violet light and white flames and the whole bit. And
Because
yeah,
otherwise, you're just gonna be a beacon. They're just
I
gonna be like,
know.
"Oh my gosh, this one.
Yeah,
Let's chat," and you won't even get any sleep.
I know. I know. It's crazy. Plus, you're also left with the residual energy from other guests, right?
True.
So if other guests have been in there and they've been having arguments or they've been not happy or they're on a business trip and frustrated, they leave that energy signature behind and it just accumulates in hotel
Mhm.
rooms. So every time I check into a hotel room or a rental house for that matter, a vacation rental, I go through and clear the whole thing and reset the space before I even bring anything in because
Yeah.
I don't want to be living in chaotic energy left behind from someone else. Whether that person is in a body or out of a body, doesn't matter. I don't want to be dealing with that kind of residual energy while I'm there.
Heck yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
if anyone hasn't done that and you're listening to this, you might want to start doing that, or learn how to start doing that, because it really does make a difference. I sleep far better after I've done that. And if I can't sleep, I'm eventually reminded as to why I'm not sleeping.
Oh,
So,
definitely. That makes a
yeah,
lot of sense. I
yeah,
honestly forget to do it myself sometimes. I don't stay in hotels very often,
right.
but I forget to do it myself sometimes. But I remember I took a class once from William Becker, actually,
Okay.
not to drop names,
Yeah.
but he showed us how to kind of cleanse the space and
Hmm.
ourselves, and yeah,
Yeah,
definitely,
it's so
it's like night
important.
and day.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, we help some spirits release. And this isn't something I've ever done before, but I did it yesterday at the hotel, where spirits were just kind of moving towards me, like one at a time, moving towards me. And then I would feel a chill and then they'd be gone. And then another one would move towards me and I'd feel a chill and then they'd be gone. And I realized that they were using me as a portal to go to the light.
Oh, wow.
And after about 7 of them, I was exhausted. So I cleared
Oh my
myself. I kind of shut the beacon down a bit, like,
Mhm.
because I
You're
just
like,
wanted
"Time
to
to
go.
turn it off."
I know, I know. But sometimes you just have to go, okay, we're closed.
Yep.
And
Turn that
yeah,
sign over to closed.
yeah, turn the sign over to closed. And then we went to dinner, and it was lovely. But it was just a
Oh,
really interesting thing, because I've never had that happen before. And I've been
dang.
doing this a really long time, and I've never had that happen before. So that was
That's
really interesting
amazing.
too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, and how did you realize that that's what was happening?
Well, again, I had the thing on my phone on, and I was like, every time I looked at it, and it would the dot would move closer, and then the picture would shake, and it would buzz a little bit, and then it would be gone. But when it buzzed, I felt something move through me. It was just,
Wow.
yeah. And so it was weird, because I would never suggest that anyone do that. Don't ever I mean, if you really are new at this, or you're not sure how to cleanse your energy out, don't let anything do that unless you know that you can cleanse it out. And it took me a while. It took me a
Absolutely.
while to cleanse it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
that
don't
was
doubt it.
interesting. That was
Uh,
interesting. Yeah. That was crazy, actually. I can't believe I let that happen. But I was like, I wasn't even really like the first two or three. I'm like, what's going on here? And then I realized what was happening. And I'm like, okay, a few more. And then I'm taking a break.
Mhm. I don't
So,
doubt it. What a
yeah.
trip. Oh my
It was a
gosh.
trip. It was really a trip. I mean, I've had spirits walk through me before, like I
See,
just
I've never
happen to
had
be in
that
the right
happen.
space. But yeah,
Wow.
it's an
What's that
interesting
like?
experience. I don't know how to explain it really. It's like I've had them like come from the side or from the front or whatever, and it's like you just kind of feel like you're being pulled back a little bit,
Oh,
and they're
okay.
released. Yeah, it's very interesting. None of it I don't think has ever stuck with me, because
Okay.
I realized what it was and went, okay, all of it's gone. I have all my molecules, they have all their molecules, we're good. But
Nice.
yeah, yeah, it was. But if you're not really sure how to do that or what it even feels like, I would suggest people get really comfortable feeling what their own energy feels like before
Okay.
they start reaching out into something like this. Pull your own energy and disconnect from everyone around you. And that
Mhm.
includes living humans and whatever. Pull your own energy in and remove it from everyone else, and get very comfortable with your own energy, and then experiment with someone you trust, right?
Right.
So let's say you pulled all your energy in, you got comfortable with it, and then you went, okay, Christine, I want to know if I've got this. And then you intentionally, either mentally or through your heart chakra, connect with my energy, and then you feel the difference.
Oh.
And then you can pull your energy back again and still feel the difference.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a really interesting thing. But if you're not used to what your own energy feels like, you will not understand necessarily if someone else connects to you.
Okay. I could see how that's the case because
Yeah.
you've got to kind of know your own vibe before you
Yeah.
can feel somebody else's. Okay.
Oh, you're okay. So Robin says, I get lightheaded and my heart races when spirits walk through me. I totally get that.
That happened a couple of times to her at Port
Yeah.
Gamble.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, you can talk about anything you want to.
All right.
Cool.
This is WLTK-DB Talk Radio.
Come see our new station shop for some amazing top quality merchandise. There is something for everyone, like blankets, electronics, clothing, and much more. Head on over to WLTK-DB.com and click Shop to show your support by sporting our logo. The WLTK-DB Station Shop at WLTK-DB.com. Paranormal talk is our business, and business is good. Want to see your video here? Sponsor WLTK-DB Talk Radio and watch us make that happen. With your paid sponsorship of $80, you receive a professional produced audio, video, and banner placement on our station. Not only does your sponsorship air during our live shows, but also replayed on our podcast and heard by hundreds of like-minded people. Visit WLTKDB.com to get started and find out just how hard we work to get you noticed.
The truth is here and now on WLTK-DB Talk Radio at WLTK-DB.com.
Hey, everybody. It's 32 minutes past the hour. Welcome back. I'm here with co-host, and hopefully she'll come back and co-host again, so encourage her to. Nicci, welcome back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell Nicci?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. What could we talk about?
Well, Keith
I know that
wants
the
to know if you've
topic
ever been bear hugged by a spirit.
by a spirit.
Yeah,
You know,
so if you've ever been
can't
hugged by a spirit.
honestly. Okay. So my first instinct was to say no because I've never actually like felt that. There was this one time though that I was, so every once in a while I'll meditate and I try to make it more of a practice, but I haven't been as great about it. And there was this one day that I was just having a rough day and I came home and was like, maybe right now is a good time to meditate. I just need some time to like clear my head. Things aren't working out. I got to figure out why and just calm myself and figure it out. And so I sat down and it was one of those moments where I couldn't meditate on my own and I needed like a guided meditation. So I put on one that was a guided meditation for love. And so it was focused on, just opening up the heart chakra and opening up your energy and just trying to fill your own cup kind of a deal.
Okay.
And about 5 minutes into it, and it was only supposed to be like I think it was a 20-minute meditation. I was sitting cross-legged on the floor. I just felt like two arms were just like holding me. And it's just this feeling that I couldn't shake. Like I definitely felt like a hug in that moment. And I just needed it. I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to lean into this. I'm loving it. I don't care. I'm not sure what's hugging me or who's hugging me, but I'm into it. I'm just going to continue with the meditation. And it just kept going until the end of the meditation when I broke it. It was a beautiful feeling. Honestly, it was exactly what I needed.
I love it when that happens. Yeah. I didn't know if Keith was baiting me or asking you, but he knows that I've been bear hugged by a spirit before.
Oh, so, you have? When were you bear hugged?
I've been bear hugged a few times. I think the one that he's fishing for is that we were helping a friend clear some energy from her condo. And a sea captain came running through the wall and bear hugged me in a different room, like because
Whoa.
someone could finally see him, I guess. So that was a really cool feeling. And then there was a time when I was doing a reading for someone whose friend's child had passed away, and the child came running into the room. The child spirit came running into the room and hugged me. And I've had child spirits sit on my lap, and just all of that kind of thing. Where I've had it happen actually quite a few times now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sad, but it's cool at the same time.
Yeah, it is. It was pretty
Oh,
cool. Casey Castle wants to know what the meditation was. Do you remember?
I will have to look it up. It was through an app, but I'll look it up after the show and I'll post it in the comments.
Okay, sounds
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
I don't know who Facebook user is, but hey, Nicci, good to see you on here. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you for
Hi.
being here. Yeah, Keith is laughing because he knew that I was going to call him out on baiting me. So he was there when it happened. So, he knew it happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he was like, no, you're going to talk about
You're
this.
going to talk about it. You're going to tell the story, and like I said, I've been working with the paranormal for a really long time. And I have to say it's very rewarding on so many different levels because, whether it's doing a mediumship reading for someone and it's healing them, because when you do a mediumship reading with someone who's passed over, you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. You left something unfinished. You left something maybe not as the way you'd want to leave it. There's a healing that happens with that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a healing that happens with that. So that for me, that's being able to do a mediumship reading for someone and have them go just feel better afterwards.
Yep.
That is
Absolutely.
just worth everything I do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely worth everything I do. And so, that is one of the big reasons that I am very much involved in what I do and answering the calling that I did. And so, that's one of them, and helping those crossover who might be stuck. Psychopomp is the word that describes people who help spirits who are stuck crossover. And
Psychopomp? I've never heard
psychopomp.
that.
Yep. Psychopomp. Yeah. It's a really, to me, that's just as important as helping someone who's in the physical world heal and move on, because, wounded spirits tend to take new bodies and remain wounded spirits. And if we can help people heal regardless of their, I don't know what to call it, I guess, status, maybe, of, pure energy or physical energy, helping people heal is just really paramount to helping the world heal in my world.
Absolutely. Yep. I totally agree 100%. I mean, and you see it all the time too. Even if, you haven't actually gone to a gallery reading or you haven't sought the services of a medium. I mean, you can see it on TV with some of these mediums who do readings for celebrities and stuff like that. And, how much solace it kind of brings them, how much comfort. It's like, oh, okay, they're fine. They're really fine. That's all. That's what I needed to know.
Right. And I've had people come to me and say, we were not in a good place when this person passed, and I really need to make amends. And when you in a body, just as an example, when you in a body get a chance to make amends to someone who you may have hurt, who has since crossed over, that heals both of you.
Mm-hmm.
That heals both of you.
Absolutely.
And Keith said ethereal healing as well. He is also a psychopomp. So the etheric body, he's had situations where he has help people like replace limbs or whatever, so they feel whole moving on, even though it's all in spirit. But doing all of that way, that's something that he does sometimes to help spirits who are stuck and need to move on.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, it's really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's so many of us out here working to make the world a better place, and not doing it in conventional ways.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's beautiful. I
I
love
think it
that.
is too. And I feel like honestly, like it's just becoming bigger and bigger and bigger kind of as time goes on.
It really is. Yeah.
Which is wonderful. It's reaching more people. People are finding alternatives to healing rather than just like regular medicine. And I think it's great. It's a beautiful thing. And the nice thing is this community that we have up here in Washington State, and probably even in other states kind of in our little corner. But what I've heard is we're a little bit closer up here. Like everybody kind of knows everybody for the most part. It's like a close-knit community. So, you know, it's like, it's kind of nice. Not everybody's like, I don't know, distant or competing with each other or looking for the best evidence and stuff like that. Everybody's pretty friendly.
Yeah, and I've worked with WSPIR too. I think I probably had already moved out of Washington before you and Robin started working with WSPIR, but working with what a great bunch of people. I mean,
absolutely.
So for those of you who don't know, WSPIR stands for Washington State Paranormal Investigation Research. So yeah, they're a great group of people. I so much enjoyed working with them, and I learned so much from everybody in that group. Like nobody holds anything back. There's no competition. Everybody shares like their wisdom and their knowledge and how to do this and how to do that. And I just learned so much working with them. It was amazing.
Same, honestly. And as open-minded as I thought I was when I started working with WSPIR, I learned so much more, and it just like widened my horizons. You know, there's so much to learn from so many people in that group. I just, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really great group of people to work with. And
amazing people. Oh,
I really started normal. Are we back? I hope we're back.
Oh, yep, we're back.
My internet. Okay. I apologize, everyone.
That's
Spectrum
okay.
needs a replacement.
No.
And so, yeah, I hadn't done research before that. I was working with helping people. I was working with doing readings and, you know, doing different types of energy healing and doing those sorts of things. But I never really done research because it didn't occur to me it needed researching. I just knew it was real.
Yeah.
So,
you just knew it was there, and yeah, you were ready to work with it.
I've been working with it for years already. Why would anyone need to research this? Of course it's real. Why would you even question it? You know, so yeah, I had some things to learn about that too.
And, oh, absolutely. I'm sure.
And no matter how empirical your evidence is, and I'm sure you've already run into this, no matter how much your evidence shows, you know, like whether it's a picture or an EVP or, you know, a digital like movie or whatever, no matter what it is, someone is going to find a way to deny it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
There will always be the people out there that don't believe, or I hate to burst your bubble people, which that is like my all-time least favorite phrase. I can't tell you how many times I've heard it. And if you ever use that phrase and follow it up with a sentence, it's just don't finish that sentence. If you really don't want to burst my bubble, just don't finish your sentence. Just keep it to yourself.
I love the people. I don't believe in that. There's a lot of things I don't believe in, but hey, they're still out there existing.
Absolutely.
Robin said that she had been in a car accident on Labor Day and went on Facebook asking for healing energy and prayers. And she said she got so much love from everyone that she knows that that's why she's healing quickly. And Robin, I'm so grateful that you were healing very quickly. I was really concerned when I read about that.
Me too. Oh my God. I was freaked out. And thank goodness, you know, she's feeling so much better. It's almost a miracle that she's feeling as good as she does at this point, because I can't even imagine. I've never been hit by a truck, but
wow,
you don't feel good after that. Like
hit by a truck. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, I was looking for something here. All right. I'm getting ready for the announcements for next week because we have about 5 more minutes chatting.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make a couple of announcements. And then probably a guided meditation. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds so good. I love your guided meditations.
Thank you. Thank
They
you.
always put me like right in the zone. And when I come out of it, oh, they're just so good.
Well, thank you. You know, really, I don't even do them. Spirit just moves through me because I just get out of the way and let spirit do its job.
Wow.
Because if I was trying to make it up, I'd be like,
That would be me.
you know, so yeah. So I just wanted to do that. So we have talked a lot about paranormal investigations and healing, and you are a healer as well, aren't you?
I mean, I haven't really done kind of. I've dabbled a little bit, but I haven't really done a whole heck of a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe in the future I'll look to expand that.
Okay. Just remember, healing comes in so many different forms. You know,
That's
a
very
conversation can be healing. You know?
That's very true. I do try, you know, the people around me, I try to heal and I try to comfort. I like to give advice, you know, if it's advice that people are seeking, and I try to help people out. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, you've always been that way, at least as long as I've known you, which has been since you were in high school. So, you know,
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yes, it has. Keith, no, it's not the swearing meditation. No, if you want to, you can look that up on YouTube. It's not going to be that one.
I saw that a few years ago and was like, oh, this is my mojo.
Right, exactly. It's exactly
for my day. No.
I'm not going to do that in this format. I'll get myself in trouble, so I don't want to do that. I do not want to, get fired from doing my show. So
yes, please don't. Please don't.
I really enjoy doing this show, and I'm really enjoying having you on. And by the way, you are welcome back anytime you want to.
Yay! I so appreciate that. I'm going to take you up on that.
Good. You can come back every week if you want to. I more than welcome you. And I might call on you sometimes if I need to be somewhere else on a Monday. So
you got it. Absolutely.
Yeah, so,
just hit me up and let me know.
Awesome. That would be great. So I am just going to kind of jump right in and let people know. Drum roll, please. Okay. Next week, the Paranormal Room debuts.
I'm excited for this.
9 o'clock at
it's
Central.
Gonna be so cool.
Immediately following this show. And unless other people start putting in some ideas, Nicci will be back next week. All right. So the way that the Paranormal Room works is that we will give you the email address, and you can email in your stories, and it's a different topic every week. So next week's topic is paranormal experiences on the job. All right, so let me look at my calendar real quick here. Your entries have to be in by this Friday at midnight. That would be September 16th at midnight. You have to have your entries in so that Logan and I can go over the entries over the weekend and choose which entries are going to be asked to be on the show. Now, if you want to put in an entry, but you don't actually want to appear on the show, you don't have to. We would like it if you do, because I just think that stories, your story from your own perspective is always the best thing. But if you're not comfortable doing that, just let us know and we can read your story for you, and you can comment if you want to. So we're super excited about that. And remember, next week's topic.
It's fun being on the show, people, I promise.
So again, next week's topic is paranormal experiences on the job. So if you've had something weird happen to you, it doesn't necessarily have to be a ghost. It can just be some kind of weird anomaly. It can be all kinds of things, maybe maybe you were working outside and saw a UFO. I don't know, whatever the case is. feel free to submit those. And the email address for that is, I want to make sure I have this right. Where did I put it? It is WLTK-DB paranormalroom@gmail.com. So I'm going to have to go just write that down here so that it can get into the chat. Oh, he's way ahead of me. Thank you, Todd. You are the best. Okay. So that's where you can submit that for next week's consideration. And Nicci already has some great stories. So, if you want to beat Nicci out, you got to jump on it.
I was ahead of the game.
She was way
like
ahead
2
of the game.
weeks.
She was way ahead of the game. So
I just think it's such a great topic, though. Paranormal on the job. There's just so
Yeah.
much that happens when you're in public places with so much energy. It's incredible.
I completely agree with you. There is, like my job is all paranormal experiences, so I kind of would disqualify myself anyway if I wasn't a host. But
That's your day in, day out.
day in, day out, it's all paranormal. It's all good. So
Absolutely.
that is the big thing. So that means that this show will be ending at 8:55. So that we have time to queue up the next show to start at 9 o'clock, because we have to do a whole switchover thing. So just letting everybody know, I don't totally understand the technology, but I don't think that you could just stay on here and just keep watching and it would be the show, because I think it's a different sign in, I guessing.
Oh, like a whole different room. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
like it's a whole different room, because this is one room and that's the other room. So I think that's the way that's going to work. So occult job or whatever job you want, Keith, whatever job you want to tell us about. So I'm excited about that. I'm also excited because next week's guest, this is so cool. I do a podcast on Thursdays with this incredible group of women from all over North America. And they're the, I gotta look.
I don't think I know this.
Yeah, I don't think it releases on Thursday mornings, but we record it on Thursday mornings. And it's the Soulful Sharing Circle. So I think 4 or 5 of those ladies, in addition to me, and if Nicci wants to join us next week, in addition to her as well, are going to be on there. And we are going to be talking about some of the things that we talk about in the Soulful Sharing Circle, which is a different topic every week. So those ladies are going to be joining us next week. So we're going to have like a whole full screen here of just little tiny pictures of people. So that'll be awesome.
How cool.
Yeah, super excited about that. I'll be getting that information out this week, probably late tomorrow. So excited about that. It's going to be so fun. That is going to be so fun. They're just the coolest ladies. It's just from every walk of life. Yeah.
I love that. That's so great.
Yeah, and in several different time zones, so that'll be fun to coordinate. And 2 time zones, and I'm confused. So, having more time zones will make it even more fun. So that
I can't tell you how many times I had to check to make sure I was here on time for this one, because I was like, wait, it says 9, but her show's never at 9.
No.
Pacific time.
Yeah, 9 is Eastern. I'm actually in Central. So
okay.
Yeah, so the 9 is
right.
Eastern.
Okay.
Yep, so it's 9876 right down the line. So there we are with that. That is just going to be so much fun. I know Logan is super excited to get that show started. He's been really working on a lot of cool stuff for it. I know he's super excited. So that's going to be really fun. And for those of you who don't know, my co-host for the Paranormal Room is my son. So we're doing a family thing here. We'll see how it goes. A mother-son show. I'm not sure anyone else is even doing one of those, but it's going to be fun. And we're always
make it unique.
Yeah, and we work together really well, so it's going to be a blast. I'm super excited
awesome.
about that. Yeah,
I love it.
All right. Anything else you want to share before we jump into a guided meditation, Nicci?
No, I think that's about it. This has been amazing. I'm excited for this meditation.
Cool. Good, because it's just going to move through me. I have no idea what Spirit's going to say.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. So if you are not driving or doing anything else that could get you injured, just sit back and close your eyes and relax and take a few deep breaths. Breathing into your belly, that relaxes you more than breathing into your chest. So just breathe into your belly, slow and gentle. And as you exhale, just relax your muscles a little bit more. Maybe stretch your neck out a bit, relax your shoulders. And inhale, and then as you relax, just let your arms and your legs relax and your back. And let your stomach relax so that you can fully breathe into your belly. And relaxing down through your hips and through your legs, down through your thighs. And breathe in again and just relax as you just release more tension from your legs. Down through your feet, through the tips of your toes. And tonight we're going to focus on healing in our meditation, on healing yourself emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. As you breathe in, just breathe in love, breathe in peace, and exhale any frustrations you might be holding on to. Just let them go. Let them go through your fingertips, through your toe tips, through your breath. Just release all the frustrations. And this one might be a little bit different, but as you inhale, of course, you're going to breathe in peace and love and joy and relaxation as you're breathing in. And as you exhale, just release the idea of any blocks that you could be holding on to. Just release the whole idea of blocks. Just let them dissolve as you exhale. And breathing in again and exhaling again, any thought that you could be blocked anywhere, just release the thought of that. And as you continue to do that and exhale the belief that you have blocks or the idea that you have blocks, as you're releasing those ideals and beliefs, any blocks that you have created will dissolve and just release from your body. Just a few more times, breathing in and releasing the idea or the belief of blockages. The next time that you inhale, breathe in light. Whatever light color makes you feel good, whatever color, whatever brightness makes you feel good, just inhale that and hold it for a moment. And when you exhale, you will be releasing everything that is not light. And just repeat that a few more times. Just inhale light. Hold it for a moment. And exhale anything that isn't the light. And keep breathing that in. And as you are exhaling everything that isn't the light, you will notice that pain is drifting away as you exhale it. It's drifting away through your fingertips, through the tips of your toes, the bottoms of your feet, and it's going away with every breath that you exhale. Inhale the light and hold. Exhale anything that is not the light. And let it take the pain with it. Everything that is not light, simply removed from your body. As you are filled with light and love and peace, begin your week in a comfortable place, knowing that there is nothing you cannot heal. Blessings. Have a wonderful week, everyone. And thank you, Nicci.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.